Hello, fellow commanders of Marvel Strike Force community. It's I, Super Otaku, coming here today with you with some great news. Marvel Strike Force has come out with a update and put the video in the update on their website, marvelstrikeforce.com. And they have it on Facebook. That's where I first saw it. And then I went to the website to see if they have had any update, and they did. So nice little blog on a Monday, starting the week off right. And just a little disclosure before this video, my roommate is playing games in the next room over online, so you're gonna hear people if I have any silence on my part. Just want you to know if you hear something weird, sorry in advance. But that's that. But I want to get right into this Iso-8 tutorial, pretty much. All right. So to start things off, we are going to have Cerebro, because he talks in the video. And pretty much all the text is everything he says in the video. So I really don't... I might scroll down just so you can see a few pictures and stuff. But Cerebro is a way better reader than me, guys. So we're going to let him do his job and read in this video for us. Alright. Enjoy. If you haven't seen this yet, you're welcome. Oh, and I did not put that to the beginning, because I have watched this multiple times. So here you go.
Strike Force fans, I am Cerebro, your community manager, and today I'm guiding you through the powerful feature Iso-8. Whether you're a methodical tinkerer of teams or prefer a more casual approach to your roster, Iso-8 is a versatile way to add an extra dimension to your characters. Simply put, Iso-8 is a progression system, somewhat similar to Gear, that allows you, for the first time ever, to customize your characters. Outfitting your characters with Iso-8 will add additional power, boost the capabilities of your current characters, grant new abilities, create new team possibilities, and allow you to customize characters based on your playstyle. The basic Iso-8 experience is as follows. You acquire Iso-8 crystals, equip your crystals to its designated attribute, unlock and choose your class, then customize your squads using Iso-8 boosted characters. You slot the Iso-8 crystals into Scientist Supreme's latest invention, the Iso-8 Matrix, which increases the power of one of 5 designated core attributes: health, damage, armor, resist, or focus. These crystals are also attuned to one of the 5 traits: blaster, brawler, controller, protector, and support. Work your way through the Iso-8 campaign to acquire the necessary crystals for each character trait. Equipped crystals allow access to powerful new classes. After you've acquired the Iso-8 crystal of your desired attribute, it's time to equip them. Each type of Iso-8 crystal can be equipped into one of 5 slots in the Iso-8 matrix. If you have enough Iso-8 crystals of a lower level, you can fuse them to create a higher level of Iso-8 crystal. Once you've equipped all of your crystals into the matrix, you can unlock a powerful new class. And classes are where your theory crafting and customization comes alive. There are 5 classes: Striker, Fortifier, Healer, Skirmisher, and Raider. We'll go over each in just a moment. To assign a class to a character, tap the center of the Iso-8 matrix to view your options. Once you've viewed a class and decided which one to equip, select the class and have your character empowered with our new abilities. You can switch between unlocked classes for free at any time, so don't be afraid to experiment. Find the right class that fits best for your characters, and the best combination of classes for each team. Just like abilities, classes can also be upgraded. Classes require all Iso-8 crystals to be at the next level in order to upgrade. So, for example, to upgrade a class from level 1 to level 2, all Iso-8 crystals that are equipped must be at least level 2. Upgrading classes cost basic ions, which are found in campaign nodes, in the basic ion orb, and in your daily objectives. But the true power of Iso-8 lies in each individual class and their effects. Classes introduce these gameplay elements: active healing, minor effects, ISO bonus attacks, and vulnerable. Active healing will increase all non-regeneration healing done by a character. Minor effects operate at 50% reduced strength. An ISO bonus attack is a new attack from a character that is based on their basic attack. And one of the most important new effects is vulnerable. When a character is inflicted with vulnerable, incoming damage is increased by 10%. And yes, this is additive with defense down. The classes interact with vulnerable in different ways, so keep that in mind when selecting a class. Here's a rundown of each class and their effects. Strikers enhance attacks and gain an extra attack on vulnerable enemies. Want to turn up the volume on Black Bolt's attacks? Equip the Striker class to add that extra oomph to the King of Atalan. Fortifiers protect themselves with a barrier. Bolster characters with Fortify that regularly find themselves the target of heavy enemy fire, or the target of Captain Marvel's ire. Healers heal a low-health ally each turn. You can now add the benefits of a healer to your team without sacrificing a spot in your squad. Skirmishers create openings by applying vulnerable to enemies. Set the table with a skirmisher and let classes like Striker feast on the battlefield. Last but not least are Raiders. This class can critically hit more frequently and can apply vulnerable. Add extra power and fury to your crit characters. You now have the tools to transform your roster with the power of Iso-8. All that's left is to join Scientist Supreme in the lab and start your own experiments. There are countless potential squad combinations offering additional strategies with Iso-8, so don't be timid about trying new team configurations. We'll be looking to make future improvements to the system, so please give us your feedback to make it even better. Thanks for watching, and good luck, Commander.
Alright, so what'd you guys think? I, for one, really enjoyed that. I watched it, like I said, I watched it a few times because the one thing that I'm not understanding from their explanation of this video is actually like how you actually acquire Iso-8. So I this is what I get so far. It unlocks at 55, right? So what I'm thinking is, and we'll figure this out tomorrow because it's something else that I didn't say. In the game they have already announced that tomorrow will be the update. So we're gonna get this tomorrow. So sweet that they're putting this out a day before, so people like me and the more popular guys can start speculating and saying what they have. But after this, I am gonna check out other content creators to see their thoughts on how we actually acquire it. Because I think once you unlock level 55, it just goes on everybody, right? So you don't have to like acquire a Iso-8 isotope and put it on a character. It'll just be there at level 0, and then you have to put in the crystals and the isos to unlock it. And once you get to level 1, you get to pick a class, and then that's what you start with once you achieve level 1. That is what I think. It's almost like red stars. Like red stars, only thing you have to do is like get a red star on a character. You don't really have to that's it. You'll get level 1. So and then it goes up. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking. I don't know. Now the cool things I like about this is it boosts your stats, and then depending on your class, you'll get new abilities. So that's really, really cool. And another thing, I'm not too sure about the minor effects. I didn't really see too much, so I want to see how that plays out. But the vulnerable looks really cool, and from what I saw when Killmonger used his ultimate, it looked as he stuck it on multiple people that he hit. So that looks like it's gonna be really cool that you can get it. If you do an AOE attack, you can put vulnerable on multiple people, and it works like defensive down. Man, it's gonna be a lot of cool stuff happening, and because the reason I'm really excited about that, because I want to see how that transforms Brotherhood. Because if you were getting Magneto to start the match off, first move, he's hitting everybody, blinding them, and putting vulnerable. Because before he was just blinding people, right? And that was pretty bad. But if he's putting a defensive down for 10%, so now everybody's dealing 10 more percent on it. Oh, man, I mean, Baron Zemo, if he starts off a match and he's just putting vulnerable on everybody like right away, I mean, if it works with pass, this is gonna really, really change the game, and really, you can be able to do a lot, and I think it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited now that I saw this video multiple times. But it does raise some more questions outside of just how you actually acquire it on each character. Initially, because I get that once you get the crystals, you unlock it, and the levels go up. But I'm just like, my whole thought process was you had to get an isotope to put it on a character, and then you went from there. And I just don't know. It doesn't look like, because they showed a lot of teams, and let me see if I could just skim through and get you guys a clip. See, like right here, there's no numbers. So I think at this point, you don't have a class, and depending on what you've put in it, you might get a little bit of a boost stat, but nothing too crazy. So I think that's why I think you just, as soon as you unlock level 55, it just goes over to everybody. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure, but this is what made me get that thought process. But like I was saying, other questions are the big one that I really think, how does this work in different game modes and with save squads? I asked that because I usually have my save squads mostly for blitz, but some of them kind of work for raids, so like sometimes I'll take a save squad, I might have to just interchange one character out of a team, and I have a raid team. Usually my main raid team is definitely made up and I don't have it saved, but if I go from, if I put in war defense, especially, will my characters, when I'm putting them in war, will it just, I guess it will. That's kind of a stupid question. Now that I'm saying this out loud and it's not thinking of it, it makes complete sense. Pretty sure when you save into war, that it is gonna save what you put your Iso-8 to, and it doesn't matter what you do outside of war. That was stupid on my part. Figure that one out. All right, that question's out the window. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm not. I really was worried about that, and now that I think about it, that really shouldn't be an issue. You might have to change it for war at times. You might want to switch it up depending on people's power and stuff. You might want to try something different. So I was really worried we were gonna be like changing these like every so often for like each mode, but I don't kind of see that as an issue anymore. I think it'll be a real quick and painless process now that I think about it. So yeah, I'm not even gonna delete that, because I just want you to see how, like, when you think something but then you say it out loud, you realize you get your own answer. So outside of that, yeah, sorry, that was like, I was gonna talk about that for a while, and then I just had to scrap all of that on my little cheat sheet that I got off to the side of the screen. Oh, I think I said this already, but I think you're gonna need because it seemed like only skirmishers and raiders can apply vulnerable. So I feel like you want to consider having a good mixture on your squad. I think healer will be very popular, and I wonder if players such as like X-23 Wolverine that heal every turn, Captain Marvel, will they get that additional heal? Because it says active heal doesn't work. It says something about non-healers or non-regenerative characters. So I'm wondering how that is gonna work. Because you slap it on Miss Marvel and I think it goes all the way up to 15% heal on their turn, and I think that will give her 40 or 35. She would get a good chunk of energy every turn. So I really wondering if that combines, because I think even guys that baited it said that the healer was a very popular one amongst everyone. So I want to see how it works out. I wonder if if healer does kind of seem to be very powerful, will they boost vulnerables income and damage up if a lot of people are going towards the healer to try to negate it. And but yeah, I feel like Fortifier right now, because I haven't really seen it, definitely seems like the worst out of the bunch. I definitely like Raider. I definitely like Skirmish, Striker, and Striker's good if you have Raiders and Skirmish, and then obviously Healer looks really good. Giving heal to an injured character and plus getting regeneration just seems very cool. But Fortifier, you get Barrier, and they had one little clip that showed. Let me see if I can find it. I didn't even think of it because I noticed it this time watching it. But it showed, yeah, here it is, right here. Let's see if we get it. Showing Emma Frost with Fortifier.
You now have the tools
See,
to
I'm
transform
gonna try to
the
pause
roster
it
with the
right.
power of Iso-8.
Let's see,
All
let's
that's left is
see.
to join Scientist Supreme in the lab. Start your...
So you see here it says on spawn bear yourself for 35,000. Guessing that's health. Barrier. On turn bear yourself for 7% of this character's max health plus gain 20% max health. So I guess this could be a good way to ward off first turn big moves, such as Baron Zemo, Captain Marvel, and Magneto. But I hope it gives you a little bit more armor or something like that, because the barrier is nice. I'm not gonna say the barrier is not nice, and this could be kind of good for characters that have healing already, especially if people want to go after them fast. Because especially with Miss Captain Marvel, that's unavoidable. So if you had if you were going up against X-23, and you're like, I don't want to deal with X-23, but she has this barrier, and then she's healing and getting barrier on each turn, that could be sick. Now that I looked at this, so kind of take back the Fortifier. I think this is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun because it's gonna add so much to the game, so many teams and everything. But I wonder how it is gonna work with PvP. Like, will we pick our teams, and then when it gets to ISO-8, do we get to have like a minute to adjust our ISO-8s for that match? Will balance mode have like a set ISO-8, like level 3 or something like that, or just all maxed out, stuff like that. So for PvP, but this could be fun PvP because just my example, you want to get rid of a character, so you got Captain Marvel, she didn't get banned. Now those characters people want to get rid of early, you can throw Fortifier on them to make them last to get through to their like first or second move. So yeah, it's gonna add a lot of depth to the game. Like I said, It didn't look like in the campaign there are gonna be any shards, and I swear they said we were gonna get gold, but on a few of those nodes, I ain't seen nothing with gold. Let's see if we can see some. Oh yeah, we get some gold. Oh yep, we get gold and gear, but definitely did not see any character shards. But still, gold gear sounds pretty cool. And so yeah, we'll see about that. And this says chapter. Okay, we're gonna get 2 chapters. Chapters are right here. You can get 2 chapters. That's you know, and it looks like we will get purple gear, blue gear in the first chapter. So hopefully we get a little bit of superior gear and maybe purple and superior gear, or at least some superior gear near the end of the next chapter. We'll see. Definitely see. But it's early. I'm definitely sure they're going to be adding more to this, and we can see where they go with it. Let's see. Yeah, here goes a little bit more. I didn't really look at this either. Sorry, I'm discovering. It's almost like it's live. A primary hit, if the target is vulnerable, make an Iso-8 ISO bonus attack at 50% damage. Then clear one vulnerable. This attack is based on the character's basic stats, I'm guessing. I don't know. There was more. So, and then there's the ISO orb. There's gonna be an orb, so you get your I think they called it isotopes or isos. Let's see. Yep. Access defense down. So defense is down now. It's gonna be 60% more. So if say you put a skirmisher or raider on Phoenix, for example. Now she dies and she comes up. She slaps defensive downs on everybody. Is she gonna slap vulnerables on everybody? Because that would be sick. See, there's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of cool things you can do with this, and it's pretty exciting. And then oh no, good thing I didn't have nothing embarrassing under there. All right, yeah, I'm very interested in how this works, cause yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it just unlocks, or do you have to put the isotope on it? Because now that I thought these numbers represent the level of these, and that's just your synergy. Now that I see it, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it unlocks on each character. So I'm a little. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, this is just synergy. I don't know, guys and ladies, commanders. I don't know. See, she just has brawler. That's because that's her thing. I don't know how this is gonna work. Guess we're gonna find out tomorrow. But hope you guys like that. My little tutorial. Like I said, I'm about to go check some other people's stuff, and then right after this, I am about to shoot my new player, not tutorial or guide, but just I guess guide, help, advice. That's coming right after this video. I shot this because I was super excited when I saw this, and I really just wanted to get it out there. And this is really cool. And something to add, and I'll definitely mention it in my new one. This is definitely going to help get everyone through Dark Dimension 1 and 2 very easily if it's given the power boost and new stuff. And those characters aren't going to have... So this is going to really reshape guides for Dark Dimension 2. Like, staples that people will tell you to get, like Minerva and probably even like Phoenix and stuff. You definitely probably don't need those characters. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to go through like what teams maybe, especially if when the level cap and stuff comes, you could probably go through there with characters like the Defenders and the Avengers and Kree or something crazy like that, because you'll just have that power gap and I'll get in that in my next video coming right after this. But yeah, this is cool. I'm really excited. I know there's gonna be a lot of negativity, and one thing I really want to mention before I go is one. I think they're gonna monetize it by giving us crystals, orbs, and ISOs. Probably gonna be ways they're gonna monetize it, so they're gonna have deals with that. And then another thing is they ask for feedback so that they can make it better. What's not working, what's unfair, stuff like that. They probably want to keep it fresh. So if they see everybody kind of just using one or two classes, they might nerf and buff stuff. So definitely, I said this before. When you send in criticism, try to be positive. Don't these guys have spent some time making this. You know, be respectful to, as I know you're not going to listen for majority of you trollish people, but these people definitely trying to make this game as enjoyable as possible for us. So give constructive criticism so that they can make this mode and future modes that much better and keep us playing this game. Well, with that, subscribe, add me on Twitter, add me on Facebook, and I will see you tomorrow for sure when the updates and everything go live. And for all the newer people out there, gonna see you guys in a little bit with a video directed directly to you. All right.